Okay, we're live in Infrastructure Domain Session 5. Thanks for joining us. We're going to hear from Haijiang Li and Dan Peel on the Maritime Domain, Ports and Waterways Project 2. This session is scheduled to last for only 30 minutes, and there may not be time for questions at the end. But if you have any questions, please raise your hand as we're going along. It's been recorded and it will be made available in the replay section. I'm going to hand over to Haijiang. But before I do so, I do need to remind you of what's on the screen now. buildingSMART is committed to ensuring that participation in the development of standards is unrestricted and the process for their adoption is transparent, and that standards that are developed do not favour any particular provider but are open, non-binding and accessible to all. Please take note of our antitrust code of conduct. With that, I will hand over to Haijiang.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone here, and for staying so late. And we promised we're going to finish on time. So without any further ado, let me opening this IFCPW2. So after the first couple of years working on IFCPW1, thanks for many people here working together, we successfully submitted to IFC 4.3. Now we move to the second stage. And due to the COVID-19, there's quite delayed. I think the original proposal was made a long time ago. Alex is here, he helped writing up the proposal, but interrupt by the COVID-19 for 2 or 3 years, I think in the middle. So now finally it's a good time for us to finally to pick it up. And this is a good opportunity. Thanks again for all the strong partners supporting us. As you can see, we're working again with our old partner, existing partners. We have Roy Haskin here, the whole team, Dan, Chris, and also your colleagues here. We're working with CCCC. We're also with AEC3, Nick Nisbet. We take that as default in as we work together for so long. We also have Alex now. We're working as AB construction. Yeah. So our existing partner, WSW for PW1 is our partner, but now we are trying to contact them again to confirm whether they are going to continue with this FCPW2. Okay, then I'm going to hand over to our colleagues here in CCCC to present the technical details for the planning for FCPW2, and Dan will step in when time is appropriate. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for your time. I'm Wenxi from CCCC. It's my honor to have the presentation to report the work plan of FC Ports and Waterway Phase 2. My report consists of 3 parts: background, the FC Ports and Waterway Phase 2 work plan, and management. That this is a bit history. In 2017, CCCC signed a MOU for international cooperation and research with buildingSMART and Cardiff University. During the 2017 BSI Autumn Summit in London, FC Ports and Waterway report was presented and the project was started. In 2018, CCCC joined BSI as the 7th strategic member. In 2019, as an organizer, CCCC successfully held BSI Beijing Standard Summit. In 2022, FC Ports and Waterway was released and integrated into FC 4.3. The Phase 2, the idea of Phase 2 started from the Roma Summit. In the spring of 2023, a 6-person delegation led by Vice General Manager Pei Mingshan participated in the BSI Roma Summit. During the summit, CCCC has a communication with the BSI chairman Patrick McLeamy and CEO Clive Billiard to discuss further cooperation in research of FC standards, BSDD and professional certification and training. In June, CCCC participated in the BSI SAC meeting held in Slovenia, proposing that OpenBeam need to further integrate it with new technologies such as 5G, GIS, and AI, and etc. No? Okay. The the phase 2, the needs in FC phase 1 due to time and the resource constraints. The development of open beam standard couldn't encompass all possible content. Instead, FC post-underwater phase 1 prioritized its content based on facts, like research and development complexity, field impact, and utilization rates. However, with the rapid advantage of digital technology and ongoing refinements in engineering application requirements, it has become necessary to undertake phase 2, which aims to cover the content and the scope that were not involved in phase 1. The phase 2 goal is contained the work of the FC post-underwater phase 1, deepening the content in the field of post-underwater, focusing on subdomains such as ports, navigation buildings, coastal protection, and complete FC post-underwater phase 2 standard, which will be included. We want to include it in the FC 4.4. And we will develop BSDD digital product integrated validator for post-underwater ways, promote and apply open beam standards. There are 8 packages. You see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just we'll just keep with the standard kind of building smart approach to running projects like this. One of the lessons learned, I think, from the first stage of this of the project was that this approach ran really well, and it was a really good enabler to bring people in from outside who weren't very experienced with IFC, didn't really know what it was. The steps that you follow through as part of these work packages really help you understand IFC, and were a big help to getting people up to speed to be able to contribute meaningfully to expanding the schema, which is ultimately what was delivered. So this is definitely something that we want to keep with. Obviously, we need to involve more people, more partners. We need to get a wider consensus and input so it doesn't reflect a narrow number of parties' view of what needs to be included in this schema. So this approach worked very well, and we will stick with it for the second phase of the project.
Okay. The scope encompass of FC post-underwater phase 1 in depth include ports, waterways, and navigation structures, facilities, entities, and property sets. Expansion, coastal protection, including coastal zones, land zones, embankment front zones, and the coastal zone. Networks and systems, including waterway network, canal network, and the flood control network. And the facilities on the base of FC post-underwater phase 1, new facilities are expected to be extended, such as container freight station, warehouse, belt convey gallery, wagon dumping stations, longitude dig, ecologic submerged dig, and etc. And products and the physical entities on the basis of FC post-underwater phase 1, new entities are expected to be extended, such as more marine and berthing beam, berthing members, lockhead side piers, shear block and the seawall structures, and etc. Yes, good time.
So again, now we've had an opportunity to make a bit of use of IFC 4.3. Now it's been implemented in some authoring tools, and we've experimented with some use cases. One of the things that's apparent for me as an engineer is that a very useful aspect is the property sets, and all of the use cases are about taking this structured data from property sets and putting it through our engineering workflows to calculate things and enrich the data that's in the model. So a thing that we will both revisit from the first stage of the project and look at in the second stage of the project is what property sets are appropriate, what's needed. We'll examine more use cases and try and reinforce and add more to the existing use cases that we looked at. So we felt, again, we want to make the most of lessons learned from the first phase of the project and focus somewhat more on those in the second stage.
The code number we have had told CCCC, Cardiff University, Royal Hospital, DHV, WSV to be contacted, and the extended development team. Let me see. In addition to the core project team, additional task team can be formed to deliver specific tasks or specific subjects, coordinated by the relevant leader. And the expert panel, the FC Port and Waterway Phase 2 will employ the process of an expert panel to work package leaders. And management. This project proposing and planning in the Q4 of 2023, and we will start this project into 2024 Q1 and design in the and finish. We expected to finish this project in the Q4 of 2025. Yes. Thanks for your listening. Thank you.
Okay, we'll change over to another set of slides that Haijiang is going to take us through. If you want to say a few words, will we do that, Haijiang?
Yeah, another one very quick, and just to try to briefly introduce to you all the new maritime domain that we are trying to set up. At the moment, it is MOU signed, but it's conceptual development stage. So it is still open. We want to open to everyone here and also wider public audience who want to participate. We are very keen actually to want to discuss more with your opinions, with your participation for the new domain. Okay, so there is a need and the CCCC working in ocean maritime engineering for quite a while. So as you can see this morning, they actually built this Zhuhai, Hong Kong, Macau, this underwater tunnel. And alongside with that, they're also talking a lot this economy that developed from ocean. So they feel there's a consensus that there's a need to develop this new maritime domain. So that is a background. And CCCC, they are quite well in this, have good experience in this area, ranked number 3 for that 2022 ENR ranking, and also for port engineering, bridge engineering, equipment manufacturing. So we also, standing on my side, there's a colleague from CCCC. They are specializing in these areas and lots of experience. So we want to contribute to this buildingSMART community, of course, by working along with our interested partners. So that is how we talk about this new domain setting up. It's all tracing back to Rome conference, and then starting there, talking to relevant interested parties, and then when getting back, we do the collaborations and we communicate with relevant partners, stakeholders, and there are many more that we want to approach for the approach, especially after today's these open sections. And this August time, we signed MOU there in Beijing. So our goal is try to put digitalization, open beam collaboration on top of everything. And that is the reason why CCCC is open company. They want to collaborate, working with everyone here who are interested in ocean engineering. So we do digitalization, collaboration, quality control, digital assets. So that is our ultimate main goal. And then, of course, we need to align with buildingSMART procedure and sitting together along with other existing rooms. We are going to become the 10th domain of rooms old term. Now it's all tended to domain. Yeah, domain. Yeah. So hopefully that I will still kind of working together with other domain closely. So everything can be further discussed. And so here we propose some technical focus. How are we going to step in? And with technical focus, as you can see, the different rooms, they are looking after different perspectives, but in the middle, they do share the commonalities. That's the reason why we have IFC alignment projects. We We have central projects set up now, and we also have other commonalities. So to that end, we also want to contribute by this new maritime domain. Okay, so what are the scope then? There's so many candidate area that we can choose. You can name a lot of these: sea reclamation, marine dam works, offshore floating structure, wind turbine, sea farm, and immersed tunnel. All of these areas that CCCC have expertise on some of those. Maybe some of our partners here have expertise on other areas, but they all come to ocean engineering or maritime engineering background. Hence, we really hope that we can work together to really explore the opportunity that come from this maritime domain. Hence, it's quite unique. Hence, we feel it's necessary to set up this new domain. Again, we are going to follow buildingSMART normal procedure. So how to run the domain, by the committee. So we strictly follow the buildingSMART, the arrangement, And that's at the moment we develop very roughly about this roadmap. We put some timeline there. So to begin with, we started with the immersed tunnel. And earlier today, we did explain that immersed tunnel projects very briefly from CCCC colleague. That is our first proposed project. As you can see, that aligns very well with the existing IFC tunnel that's running under infrastructure domain. So that lots of experiences and lots of materials and lots of useful talks that we can reuse or working together. I'm sure that we can find out some flexible, mutual beneficial way to work together to reuse some materials for that immersed tunnel, but that is testing water. And then following by that, we have 2024, 2025. So the core business for the immersed tunnel, we try to finish within 2 years. That's quite aligned with the buildingSMART normal project schedule. But after that, as you can see in the left down corner, we have those things listed there. Those could be some potential interested area. But of course, from our partners, we can propose more. As you can see, most of the areas here are still empty. So leave this with our interested partner to work together to fill the gap. Okay, I think that is. And we're looking for the new partners, and these are the existing people we're talking to, AC3, AB Contact, Construction, Roy Haskinen, agreed in principle. And we're also looking to talk to more partners. I think Dan, Roy Haskinen, you already organized a workshop earlier this year, bootcamp, working with UK Port Association, whether that's the right name. Chris reminded me if it's wrong. But we did some quite good work to further advocate the port and harbor, ocean maritime engineering. So hopefully we can attract more industry interest partner. So please contact me or Richard to further finish the projects. Thank you. That's it for all. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Haijiang, Dan, and CCCC. Are there any thoughts or comments or questions that anyone wants to raise? No, not today. Okay, well, thank you for that update. Thank you for keeping to time, in fact, slightly ahead of time. This is the final presentation from the infrastructure domain and from the railway domain that have also been in this room. So thanks for attending, the ones that you've attended today and yesterday, and have a good evening and enjoy the rest of the summit. Thank you.
Thank you very much.